Happening now in West Philadelphia, a drug hotspot that attracted crime and gun violence for years has been cleaned up.
Philadelphia's mayor and local leaders say it was all possible because the community did its part, along with efforts by both the state and city. Our Jennifer Lee takes us to the celebration.
The Philadelphia Community Outreach Committee and police say it took about 2 years of consistent dialogue and investments to reclaim this empty lot and driveway.
We told them the community had enough.
For years, this empty lot and alleyway at 52nd and Arch Streets was a haven for...
Before I let them even finish the story out, I'm familiar with this area. You know what's sad? Even though that they said they had enough, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of things will change when people get to a point where as though they come together and they say to themselves, I had enough. You look at the murders. If you got people that come together and say, yo, such and such killed such and such, let's call authorities up. We go here, we turn them in, we let them know. No, that's not tolerated. When you start getting people come together like that, where as though no one bully can scare a couple people, because I'm going to tell you right now, bully can't beat everybody. And when you look at crime and the way the drug market is today, those times are dead. So when people still doing the things that they're doing today, we in the era now where as though people value life and people tired of looking at life as being lost. Sad, man.
Open-air drug sales, crime, and gun violence. PPD Captain Paul Brown grew up in the neighborhood and estimates for at least 20 years.
What they did was they sold narcotics. There was a lot of violence when it came to gunplay.
Captain Brown says neighbors decided to rally for a safer and cleaner community, and that's when Philadelphia Community Organization Committee stepped in and they all started working together.
You know what's crazy? Hopefully there's some young people out there, but sadly, it's the younger generation right now that's out here gun-ho. You see a lot of older folks, and I'm going to tell you why they're not scared. They don't live life. Some of these older folks used to be savages out here. Don't think they just talking, they just like, oh, standing up. No. Some of them used to be savages. Some of them used to be them ones that was probably nobody to play with. You didn't want to play them. You didn't want to play with them or see them out the street. They also got probably some of them too that also did some time. So they know what it takes to change.
Community no longer wants you here. Now, we're not here to lock you up. We're here to wake you up. You're killing your people. You're destroying your community. And it needs to stop.
On Thursday, neighbors, local and state leaders, police, and the Philadelphia Community Organization Committee celebrated the transformation at the former drug hotspot. Captain Brown says crime is now down by over 80%. And SEPTA says last year, serious crime dropped by more than 60% after the agency increased officer numbers and quality of life enforcement efforts on the 52nd Street corridor.
While the hardest part may be over, we're going to keep showing up to make sure that the drug activity we ran out of here stays out of here.
The Philadelphia Community Organization Committee says they received some state funding and have held community fundraising efforts. The Philadelphia City Council also announced the city will invest $100,000 so their work can continue.
I just want to say to our Philadelphia community, stop waiting on everybody. If you're a resident, get involved. Help your community. We can all do that.
Now, I like what he's saying, but this is the biggest problem. Coming from this area, coming from the streets, seeing how everything works. You gotta have a whole block actually come together. And I'm talking about a whole block come together. Knowingly, you will not be able to get away with doing what you're doing right now unless you're ready to suffer the consequences. And that's the problem. You got too many people out here They got their kids out here, their young kids, and their teens. And they start around like 10 and 11. You start noticing the traits. And it's even younger than that. But when they start really moving around outside, you normally start seeing them around 10, 11 because they're a lot taller, a lot bigger. So they got a mouth on them. And the streets is raising them. So when you see stuff like this, the older generation, and even me, looking at them like, yo, you can see the crime from a mile away, like, yo, they up to no good. So when you see this, you also got to take into mind that it has to be a collective group that comes together for everybody to know that they got each other's back. Nobody is going down without a fight. And a person can't take on a whole block. I'm tell you that right now. Can't. Just can't.
West Philly, Jennifer Lee, Fox 29 News.
President Trump says the next target for his crackdown on crime and illegal immigration is the city of Chicago. Speaking from the Oval Office, Trump praised the National Guard's efforts in D.C., saying that crime is way down due to the success. He explained that Chicago comes next, then New York City. Take a listen.
Now I'm going to tell you something. Y'all might not like it. But, look, man, let's be real. We have watched more and more cities go down here. We can't sit up there and play dumb. Like we don't understand and see what's going on in these cities. So we got Philadelphia with high crime rate. You got DC where their crime started going up. For some odd reason, people talking about it and they like, yo, I don't see that their crime is that high. Problem is, a lot of stuff is not being reported. But for some odd reason, it got a lot of carjackings and a lot of robberies. So, something's happening. You got Chicago. Chicago been a war zone. It's been a war zone. When you look at a war zone, you would think that's the first place you want to tackle. Well, that's the bad part. You have certain people in office there. I ain't got to say their names. You see how they talk, right? You see the type of walk that they walk. They don't look to fix the city. They look to bring in revenue that they can prosper off of. Not help the people, just for them to prosper off of. Anything the president do now that's trying to implement any type of situation of crime to make crime just, you're not going to make crime disappear, but you can make it come to a standstill or a halt and make people think twice before they go outside and do something. I'm just saying, we got to be a lot sharper out here, a lot smarter, but we also got to push forward and also try our hardest to protect ourselves. But I can tell you this, the leadership that's in place right now, let's be honest, it ain't too many people I know or seen play around with the one that's in charge right now. Just saying.